My name is Mackenzie Clark, and I'm a junior public health major at Santa Clara University. I'm an alumni of the Global Health and Development Policy Program in Geneva, Switzerland. I am here at Notre University at the Human Development Conference presenting my independent study project that I conducted while I was abroad. My project is called Supporting Rehabilitation for Life, and it's about the cycle of poverty and people with disabilities in the developing world. It's essentially about what needs to happen post-medical rehabilitation to help people with disabilities get reintegrated back into society and live prosperous lives. I started with a very broad topic, and then throughout the help of my ISP advisor through SIT, they helped me to narrow it down, and they kind of directed me to other different professionals that would help me narrow it down. So I began doing interviews with people from the World Health Organization, the Red Cross, all of which came from my SIT advisor who helped get me the very first connection in the door, and then that person connected me to another and to another, and it was a lot easier process than I thought it would have been. I stayed living with my homestay family throughout this, but we had the whole last month free just to run wild and do whatever kind of research we wanted to do in Switzerland. We were allowed to travel to other countries. Also, just being in an area that's full of so many opportunities, at least for me, for global health, just so many people who are pursuing my dream job was so cool, and getting to talk to them and hearing what they've done in their lives, and I know they're a lot older than I am, but it was just cool to look like where I could possibly go one day, and that was insightful. Just living with my homestay family every day took the experience to the next level. My homestay sister was my best friend while I was abroad. She took me out to wherever she would go with her friends. She would tell me where a cool hike would be, like things that you can't find online, you can't find in tour guide books. So that was also an awesome part of SIT. They really matched you well with your family. No matter how much you've traveled before, there's nothing like living in a country for 3 months. Like for me, I had traveled on a bunch of one-week trips, but I would be there and I would get home before I got too uncomfortable. When you're there for 3 months, you're uncomfortable the whole time, and it's something you just have to get used to and get comfortable with the uncomfortable. And I think that was honestly my favorite part of abroad, is just learning a new culture, always feeling like you don't know what you're doing, you're lost, but it's like an awesome feeling at the same time, and you learn so much about yourself and your confidence and just who you are as a person out in the big world. And I think that was really my favorite part of being abroad.